International. Very reactive play style. If Arlet, Edward didn't get a final slash combo that he missed a few times, then it's no more engaged. That's why they were really struggling in these neutral objective battles.
There was a couple of times Edward just misses out the final slash.
Yep. You can see that the priority now for Blacklist is onto ATM. I wonder if Burnix Flash are considering something like an Esmeralda in the X lane so that they can counter this Joy. But they might just revert back to something like a Terizla. But that means that they will have to just go back to their to full engaged composition. They do need first to go with this Kaja, which is typically the carry. So that is a good ban for sure for Blacklist International.
Wait. Interesting. Coach Mitch and Skyzy still take out the Valentina, or rather the Eve, despite there being a Valentina.
This could be a flex pick. There's the Beatrix. Great
Beatrix still.
Great answer. Burnix Flash, are you still going to go for something like a Brody? I think Brody's good in this particular game.
It's bursty.
With the Eve, they are setting up for something like a Leslie pick. It is a very dangerous Leslie pick up against a Joy, but they do have a Kaja, so they already have an answer to it in case they want to go for that pick. Very risky once again, but it is Donut's signature pick in MPLKH.
But just the way that there are thousands of Cambodians watching here in Phnom Penh, Wise's family also flew out. So there are loving eyes in the audience that will support Blacklist here on this matchup.
Can I say Masha or Esmeralda might be the last pick for Burnix Flash? We saw Masha being effective versus the Beatrix as well as this. It's Glue. Okay, Glue's still effective.
Okay.
Glue's good?
Glue's good.
And of course, when you were looking at Glue, ATM did play a lot of Glue in his qualifying games. 14 games, and that is a 71% win rate. So this Glue is probably going to be huge. And let's not forget, Donut is back on the Leslie.
Oh, wow. We got some...
C-Cat's family now.
That's right. I'm so happy to see that our players have invited the people who supported them throughout their careers. And this is not the sweetest victory. If in front of your family you're able to upset. Here we go. Finally, it all makes sense. It wasn't going to be the Valentina in the jungle for Wise. He picks up an old favorite here. Not that great of a record in MSC so far, despite the small sample size. He picks up the Baksha.
I think it's going to be A-OK now. I think that the Baxia would not be getting that 0 win rate anymore. Maybe, perhaps. But ultimately, I think that the drafts coming in from both sides is very interesting to see. We're starting to see both teams starting to revert a little bit more towards their comfort game plan, and they have got what it takes to bring this game to a very close match.
I think it's going to be a better team fight situation for both sides compared to Game 1.
Right.
Game 1 had very few, I'd say, clean 5v5 fights. This time around, there's a good amount of vision, there's a good amount of peel for both sides, and I hope, all I'm hoping is, with a solid lineup like this, for Burnix Flash, they don't burn out. Gentlemen, take the floor, let's go into Game 2.
Game number 2, and this time, we have a Leslie on the side of Donut and a Glue on the side of ATM. This is probably going to be a big game. Let's not forget C-Cat on the Novaria. The front three is going to be big.
It all started to be like a pick-up kind of comp coming up from Burnix Flash with this Kaja. Then they couple it up with a Glue, which kind of solidifies that fact. Although they have a Frederick who wants to engage, they have a solid pick-up type of composition. Nevertheless, Blacklist International, I like this Baksha pick because this means that there is someone to go with Edward whenever they will want to go to Donut's place.
Oh My Venus is the first player to achieve 100 assists in MSC 2023.
The case, but then again, he's a mid laner, so we will output the damage. He's not gonna be focusing on like spamming his spells as much as you would if you're rocking the Impure Rage. And this might be because they want to take advantage of the Kaja ultimate.
ATM already dove early on here, but Wise will just give the respect that they need. But also Edward. Bargain hunter.
The focus on the bottom lane is very evident from the side of Blacklist International. the amount of priority that this Joy have and how he can just made his way over to the middle lane is fast. And do note that when it comes down to the mid-to-mid matchup, Novaria clears the wave way faster than Valentina. And it makes sense for Oh My Venus to try to come in to clear the wave and help Valentina to unlock him, to move him around the map in order for them to both hit level 4 for the turtle fight.
Look at the minimap. Wise is actually up top. He understands that he can get back to the turtle anyways, or maybe just trade the purple buff.
Yeah, D7 doesn't have level 4, so he's not able to actually zone Wise away. Wise will just take that away, but he uses the Retribution now. Chima will find the turtle for free. Chima with the taunt now on the Venus. That's everybody. That's D7 with the flicker combo and the Divine Judgment. US still able to maneuver out. Now with the split stolen away, he should be able to escape. Burnix Flash, they secure the objective, but Blacklist get a good trade.
Now, that is a trade of a purple buff and a turtle. Yep. Something that I don't see much from Blacklist International is to give away the turtle.
Yeah. Well, they did do that in the MPLPH Season 11's finals. They gave away the first turtle of the game, and then they snowball out of it. And they do it typically with Baksha. The ideology is, once you get more buffs, more neutral camps versus your jungling matchup, you get so much damage. You get overloaded with levels. Wise is level 6, 3/4 of the way to level 7, while Chima is just level 5. And eventually, Turtle number 2 and 3, and then eventually Lord 1, the experience is just off the roof.
So it all boils down to a matchup of Wise versus Shamar. Blacklist International wants to bolster their front lines. They want to keep Wise levels ahead of Shamar. It could come into the point whereby it is higher retribution damage in the later stages of the game, or just general damage overall of what a Boxer could do for the team.
And that means that they have the tools to shut down the glue, right? The glue is a glue as well as the Fredrin. They rely on sustain. They want to get back their HP. With the Baksha being in there, it's the way to go. And this is a very smart take from Blacklist International. Not the first time that they did it, but now they're showing it in the international stage at MSC and working full well for the team.
Scary stuff right now. ATM cutting the waves very deep. Might be punished. US stole the Divine Judgment. Good flicker out. That could have been bad as the turtle spawns in. It's already a pretty big battle spell burnt though. So ATM will not have the split nor a flicker.
Well, at least now the turtle is going to be appearing up north, while Blacklist International have 2 personnel down bottom.
Minion Fury and a Divine Judgment. ATM will fall, and that's first blood for Blacklist International in the 4th minute of the game. A lane swap as well, as that was sent down below. Chima should be able to find this turtle for free with the Retribution. Wise unable to go for any invades.
The trade for the turtle while taking ATM down. They found the pickup and they are pushing Owl down to the bottom lane. So now everything is shifted. They're trying to get Owl into the mix. They're trying to give all the priorities over to Owl. After taking down all of these energy turrets, I am rather confident to say that Owl should be able to, once this turret goes down, he should be active and be able to contribute a lot more in fight as compared to Donut, his can't.
Divine Judgment, one more shot from Donut is all he needs, but Edward gets out. Now Venus jumps in with a knock-up. Donut gonna be knocked up, but US unable to find just some damage here. Donut in the midst of it all, jumping back in. US low! He's able to kill. Donut finds it. It's 1 for 1 in the gold lane. Now who's it worth for?
Oh, definitely side of Blacklist, but because Chima was able to push in the middle, now it shifts and dips back to Burnix Flash's favor. The fact that Donut was able to get the kill before he died, that was actually a lot of value for Burnix Flash. Then again, Burnix Flash, they want to play this late. They cannot win in this early game anyways because this is Blacklist International with Baksha Joy as well as the Beatrix. They kind of conceded. The fact that they're evening out, that's already good news for the Cambodians.
The funny thing is the fact that, well, Yue went down because of a single ballista shot. The ballista was the one that got the last hit.
That's right.
Ultimately, that is great for Burnix Flash. They're trying to, kind of close up the gap as much as they can. There isn't even much deficit at this point in time. And Blacklist International, they are ready to rumble. They pushed themselves all the way down in the bottom lane after Beatrix is pretty much done farming up all of the energy turrets in the bottom lane. And let's not forget, it's 6 minutes and 20 seconds in.
So Owl got a lot of the turret gold in the bottom lane, but he's actually still behind in gold compared to Burnix Flash's Donut. Something to note down. It means his farming and his laning for Donut has been absolutely spectacular.
All the turrets are still up, so both teams are still playing a little bit more of a stay in the lane kind of composition. Blacklist International still have a lot of lane priority going on.
I was about to say, how does Wise do it? How is he ahead with 2 turtles going to burn X Flash, but he's still there. Chama is able to win the red tree battle despite being a level down. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, you can already see the Leslie deal damage right now. D7 flickers forward, unable to find UA right now, but Venus Fury comes down. Donut's free, hitting in the back. Venus forced to run away. Burn X Flash. I think they've done enough to zone Blacklist away from this turret, but with a few members walking down again, will Burn actually be able to take this turret down?
A very effective reset. Blacklist International, they're gonna have to go for this reset, but for now, the conceal play didn't really quite do much, except for the fact to zone them away from the first tier defense turret.
This is such a... That box was set up from Burn X Flash so well. They have the conceal play only to threaten.
BOD?
That was BOD, in fact.
7 minutes?
5.5k total for now for Donut. Raw boots though, bare boots. It's the brown boots that he picked up.
And even the Berserker's Fury.
This is massive already. If he gets the Endless Battle next, he can completely just ignore the boots. He has the peel ready, and Edward, he might just get bursted down in the top lane. ATM's gonna be able to escape right now, and it's gonna be a kill! Donut! 7 minutes in, this Leslie is not just scaling, he is snowballing.
This is big.
And now they're gonna steal the purple buff away from Wise. And that timer has expired for Blacklist.
There's a trade though, whenever there's a play. Now though, Burn X Flash getting the better of the trade. Wise ready with an early Twilight armor. Burn gets a tier 2 in the mid lane.
There could be even a possibility that Burn X Flash will want to take this opportunity to starve out Blacklist International as much as possible. First tier, second tier, middle lane, completely gone. As long as they do have information, which is what Donut is looking to do, they will be able to get a very good idea if whether CCAT can push up top. And now, with the information, they know.
Venus with the flicker. CCAT gonna be gunned down, but he's able to escape right now. Jamal walk forward. The Cambodian crowd goes wild. The taunt connects onto Yu as he soaks in a lot of damage, and Yu will fall to D7. The Praises Brand and the Divine Judgment brings Venus back to Donut. It's another snipe down. Ow! Oh! Very low. They're looking for a dive. The Bennett's Rage committed out. Owl, no flicker. CCAT looking for one. CCAT has come alive. 9 minutes in. Perfectly timed, perfectly converted from the Cambodians to a Lord.
Game 1 was a warm-up, dudes. Burn X Flash, this is their true form. Perfect movements coming up from CCAT. He avoids the full gank of Blacklist, forcing the flicker out, gets out of the map, then goes down to flicker out and save his teammates. Then lands the killing blow onto Owl. They're on fire.
I'm getting the shivers. Blacklist International probably is having that as well.
I've never seen Blacklist forced to fight. Wise had to go up front, shield unity in to just open up the map, and Burn X Flash chunks him down despite having a Twilight armor.
Let me remind you what the burn timers are. 9 minutes. It's their timing. Burn X Flash, they group up together, they outplay their opponents. Donut is a league ahead of the Beatrix this game. And with 3 items incoming, if CCAT lands the Astrosphere and Donut just lands one hit, it's so much damage.
It's burn time.
Oh my god.
D7 looking for the Divine Judgment. Now ATM jumps forward in the back line. Donut free hitting. Donut free hitting in the back. CCAT found the kill. Wise now taunted up. Donut has a few more shots in him. The Divine Judgment brings him back. Donut wild. It's a mega kill for Donut. 3 members down. The Beer's crashing committed. But it's going to be Owl who gets chunked down. Donut has one more shot and he can kill Owl. He's waiting. They're marching.
7 seconds.
One
9 seconds.
more step. A few seconds for Venus to respawn. They're not going to be able to take this base down for now, but they've been able to crack the base open. Burn X Flash with a 6,000 gold lead up against Blacklist.